Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we should have a fun one on our hands. It's the Texans coming in at 9-4, going up against the Bengals, who come in at 6-8. So, with the call of this Week 16 matchup, let's hand it over to our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, it is set to host Super Bowl 51 on February 5th of next year as you take a look inside NRG Stadium here in Houston. Tonight, we've got an AFC matchup on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Houston Texans. Try and start this drive in the air. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Dante Fowler just made a play that he can be really proud of there. Nice tackle for loss. And what a relief it is for him to be back on an NFL field after missing his entire rookie season with a knee injury.
I think the entire defensive unit is relieved that he's out there. And he fires one incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And it's third down. And the offense on the field for the first time today, and they were high-powered a week ago.
And they're beginning to believe that they've established a groove. They expect those type of performances each and every week. Running it, throwing it, they're precise.
Set! Green, 39, Philly, here we go! Detroit!
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one. Deep left. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown! Houston, their dangerous wide receiver with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Completes this one to Cecil Shorts. Give him 22 on that one. And the Bengals are going to have a first down. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield.
There he goes left side. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this. But run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, look at the juke. And now out comes Houston. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. It'll go as a gain of 12, and it's good enough for a Houston first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Play clock all the way to 0. Didn't get the snap off. 5-yard penalty.
And you see the head coach writing that note on his play sheet right now. He's going to be addressing that with his staff. A sense of urgency, get to the line of scrimmage, snap the ball.
First and 15 here behind the chains. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, he nearly picked it. Maybe daylight in front of him if he could have held on. Instead, second down. The defensive starters now for Cincinnati.
When Shaq Thompson declared for the draft, I said he should be a running back in the NFL. He said no way, he'd rather hit people as a linebacker.
They'll look to throw here. Being chased out left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A long way to go for the offense here on third down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Back to throw again. Flush to his right. And he's got his man Hilton. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll look to throw now on first down. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Out to his left. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
He'll look to throw. Got a man. It's his tight end, Lance Kendricks. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Chris Jones, the rookie from Mississippi State, in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. He picks up 7 yards there, but they're still faced with a difficult 3rd and goal here. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. And they'll be in search of 11 yards here on 3rd down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
All right, here we go. Watch that.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. And Janikowski bangs it through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. And that field goal caps an 11-play
run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Now after the made field goal, here's Sebastian Janikowski to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. 5 wides in the game. 4 of them to the right side. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. 5 receivers in the game, 4 of them to the left side. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Out to the left, it's complete to Dodson. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Josh Doctson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
He was looking for the tight end Lance Kendricks there, and it's 3rd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
That's pulled in at the 32. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bengals take possession. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
That confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now they try the right side here. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. Now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They go play action here on first down. He's got time in the pocket. It's caught at the 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. These guys told us, these guys being the coaches, they wanted to really stretch the field, get the ball down deep. They were able to do that here.
And you know when you stretch the field, you often leave guys in one-on-one situations, and that allows your better athletes to go up and get the football. I love the preparation that they put into this. They made it a priority, and they got what they expected.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he bulls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
They come out here in the eye. Roethlisberger will throw. Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning.
Let's see if they can sneak one more good play in before the 2-minute signal.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Trying to shake off the interception. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
On play action, they'll throw, surveying the field, and incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Steve Weatherford now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken from just outside the 30. So possession goes over here on the punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field, and they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Ben to throw again. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! Green 39! Green 39! Check 56! Gun!
He'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
The name of the game, as always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
Watch it now, Barney!
They'll throw now on the final play. He's got time. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the great one, Darrelle Revis. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Oh, he shifts past him. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, Brandon, so much for halftime adjustments. They still can't get anything going on the ground. It may be time to loosen things up and start flinging it around a little bit.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a gain of 11, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Here's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry all alone. He cuts left sideline and a crease there. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Derrick Henry, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals just continue to pour it on. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know, at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That one good for for 16, and the drive will continue. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
He'll look to throw, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They're going to try and throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now a first carry for their fullback. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff looking right. And he pulls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And now out comes Houston. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence. Well, they decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice, able to get a hand in and tip it away.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And that's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse, and that brings up 4th down.
So the defense forces a 3 and out, but they got some help along the way. They threw it on first down, and when they were unsuccessful, it became second and long. Didn't get it again on another pass. Went third and long, and they almost had to put it in the air. They may want to rethink some strategy going forward.
All right, here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. They go play action here on first down. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Michael Pruitt, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have got it on cruise control. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Back to throw. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Out to the left, it's complete to Dodson. 26 yards on the pickup there. And it'll give the Bengals a first down.
It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
They come up in an offset eye. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Josh Doctson with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6. Back now here on EA Sports, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So they're on that play. Offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to Talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back to throw now on first down. Complete outright to Kurtz. He displayed a nice little hurdle there before he got taken down after. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. So 1 yard to go here on third down. They'll go with a keeper. They only get 2 there, but on third and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Well, they pick it up on third and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
7 yards on the play, and it'll make it second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be second and 9.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. 87's mine. I got it. Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Here we go.
They'll set up to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. Oh, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. Back to throw. Caught left side by Hilton. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be fourth down.
They didn't get...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. It's a quarterback sneak. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Ooh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Now this time he'll look to throw. This is caught. Gronkowski. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
Like my old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They have the big cushion here in the final stages of this one. I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. And they're going to go soft on the corners. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Here's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
And they just hit another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
The age-old argument. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for the Bengals. 42 yards.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Roethlisberger going to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
His throw caught right around the 6. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to be set up in excellent field position up past the 45. And now out comes Houston. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And now a little bit of a losing skid here. Only 2 games, but still 2 straight losses. How do they rebound?
Well, able to shake off the first one. Most people say, okay, sometimes we're going to drop one. But then you get to the second one. Now it's imperative that they get together and find a way to stop it. You start getting into 3-game losing streaks, all sorts of bad things begin to happen.
So for Cincinnati, their hopes of a 500 season stay alive as they move to 7-8 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Houston, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night, everybody.
Power stroke diesel backhoe riding king, 18-wheeler driving, living life in between the lines of clocking in and quitting time. Then the six-string circus comes to town. We hang them speakers over the crowd. When the lights come on, everybody screaming, lighters in the sky, yeah, everybody singing every word to every song of the girl that's singing.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's Carr's Raiders going up against Carr's Raiders. With that, we'll get you out to Oakland. So we'll hand it over to our colleagues, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Coming up, we've got what can only be described as a mirror image matchup between the Oakland Raiders and themselves. Throwing on first down is Carr. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. Offensive starters now. Charles, what about Latavius Murray?
You know how you and I talk about players under the radar sometimes? Latavius Murray definitely qualifies as one of those players. And then you look up, and he's pressing 1,000 yards every year.
Throwing his Carr on third down. Steps away. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Malcolm Smith coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be fourth down. Now Carey. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. They'll come out in the pistol. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. In the quarterback, he's got some big threats at wideout.
And they seem to get bigger all the time, don't they, Brandon? Every time I look out and watch a game, we're getting these bigger, more athletic, acrobatic receivers. We have some today.
All right, here we go.
Now Carr throwing on second down. Brought in by Walford, right side. It's a down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
All right, here we go.
From the gun now on third down, Carr. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. Fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. Travis Carey back deep for the Raiders.
But no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about it.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Quickly now, the starting 11 for the Oakland defense.
Dan Williams might as well change his name officially to Big Dan Williams. A monster in the middle, holds down the run game against any team.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Well, when the passing game wasn't working last Thursday night, the running game was. Latavius Murray up over 100 yards. It's interesting, only his 2nd 100-yard performance this year, but he has hit pay dirt 12 times.
He does run with a purpose when he handles the football, and I think a lot of that stems from the question marks in the offseason always revolved around Oakland's running game. Who would be the primary ball carrier? And he kept saying, I've been here for a while. I'm going to be. And he proves it with each carry.
And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup. We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And hauled in here by Rivera. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Now Carr. Crabtree with it over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a first down. Again, we'll see the pistol here. On first down, Murray. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set. Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. On the tackle that time, Bruce Irvin.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
David Amerson able to bring him down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And that's complete to Walford. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch them.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jameis Olawale taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. Well, they weren't messing around. First and goal, they don't do anything fancy. They just go to the fullback right away.
I like how you phrase that because oftentimes they come back to the fullback when it's late in the down and distance count, right? In this case, first down, let's go get it right now.
And he got it, 6 points on the board. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Raiders. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Carr now on first down. Complete. The tight end Rivera. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, the strategy was evident.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Seven yards to go on second down. Shotgun now for Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's third down. On play action, now Carr. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Michael Crabtree there. And that'll bring up a 4th down.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long. Thought he needed the deep pass. Couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Raiders will take possession. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. Throwing his Carr on third down. And the third down pass falls incomplete. Michael Crabtree, the intended receiver, and it's 4th down. Here's Marquette King now. In punt, he'd take a repeat of his first. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Okay, well, we have a second here. Let's talk NFC playoff picture. If it ended today, Cowboys, Lions would have the bye. Then the Bucs, Giants, Seahawks, and Falcons all would be in.
Then let's break it down just a little bit farther. Let's talk about the NFC East, which looked like an absolute lock for Dallas, and it might still be, but the Giants are still there. Remember, they own the tiebreaker over the Cowboys if they finish in a tie. And in the NFC South, Atlanta and Tampa Bay are going to come down to the wire.
Neck and neck, both 8-5. Carr again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to air one out. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And now another one thrown incomplete. They were trying to get it to DeAndre Washington. And
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Carr's Raiders going up against Manning's Giants. With that, let's get up to MetLife Stadium as we welcome in our guys, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
thank you, Larry. Coming to you from just off the New Jersey Turnpike in East Rutherford, we are just about set for football on EA Sports from MetLife Stadium. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Oakland Raiders and the New York Giants. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Completes it right side to Cooper. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And Mr. Cooper, Amari, a headliner in this offensive unit.
Brandon, it's rare that you get guys so polished coming out of college, but Amari Cooper has carried himself like a pro probably since he was 6 years old. He is a terrific talent.
Carr turns, hands to Murray. And some room to roam now. A very solid gain of 27.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play.
All right, here we go. Wide and yay.
They go back to Murray on first down. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain, and it's second down. And the defense for New York.
Jonathan Hankins is a run-stuffing defensive tackle who creates a pile-up with each and every snap.
Carr to throw on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to force it in there to Crabtree that time, and it's third down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
We ready? Red 18. Red 18. Zebra.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Over the middle, Cooper with it. Now, for Cooper, his 29 yards in Week 14 actually led the Raiders. That's how much they were struggling in the passing game. And, well, he was part of a pretty bizarre play, wasn't he?
And when you start with the yardage on his catches, he had 5 catches in the game. When you start with that game was a clunker for him. But as you alluded to, there was a big-time play. What could have been for he and the Raiders should have been a 78-yard touchdown catch. Was it the wind? Was it the lights? Some people even thought it was a camera wire that got in the way, and he ended up not catching a ball that would have been a huge play for Oakland.
And now Sebastian Janikowski on from a long distance. He's hit from 61 and 63 in his career. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
They come up in an offset eye. Here's the former 7th-round pick, Rashad Jennings. No gain on the play there, second down. This offense has a lot to account for, but at the top of the defense's list is OBJ.
I'm not sure how you really game plan for him because no matter what you do, he finds a way to uncover himself downfield. And the speed gets it from his mom, a former sprinter at LSU.
And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
So the offense dealing with a 3rd and 6. Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Manning. Looking for Cruz, and it's intercepted. And some room to work. Picked off by Travis Carey.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, You're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
A toss to Murray. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
You have to give big-time credit to the cornerback on that play. Most of them like to just sit back and say, I'm playing pass. But he diagnosed that play so fast and got into the backfield for a loss of yardage. That's a monster play by a corner.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. Shotgun now for Carr. Caught left side to Crabtree. And coming off that tackle, let's talk about this defense for the Giants, what they did against the Cowboys, holding them to just 7 points, and they were dominant.
Janoris Jenkins plastered himself to Des Bryant out on the corner. He was terrific. How about Romeo Okwara playing defensive end for Jason Pierre-Paul? 8 tackles led the Giants, 1.5 for a loss, a sack, broke up a pass, and had 3 quarterback hits. He stuffed the stat sheet. And last but not least, they held the Dallas Cowboys on 3rd downs to 1 of 15 on the night.
And you really can't pin that one on the quarterback, Charles. The O-line, they've got to protect better.
And they know it. That's their meal ticket. They want to take care of the big guy behind them. In this case, they let him down.
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So the defense gets the pick. The offense, Charles, they go backwards, but they do get 3 points.
Very happy to get to 3, but you know who's happier? The defensive team on the other side. They shut them down after the turnover.
And Charles, as New York comes back out for offense, wanted to ask you about their run game. Between Rashawn Jennings, Paul Perkins last week, 15 carries, 45 yards, and that's kind of been the story. The running game has had trouble getting going.
Been a major league struggle for them all season long. When they're able to compensate with the passing game, it's not as noticeable. But when they struggle in that as well, and you remember in the last ball game, they struggled against Dallas throwing the ball again, it becomes very noticeable. Need help from the offensive line, and the running backs have to find those holes to run through.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going up top. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Time to meet the defensive starters for the Oakland Raiders, and you want to discuss one of their safeties.
I certainly do. Carl Joseph out of West Virginia. Always did a great job policing the middle of the field. A big hitter, knocked the ball away, but really added to his game as last year as a Mountaineer. Became a better cover guy and a better ball hawk before he got injured. They're really going to love him in Oakland. As a general rule, receivers love the comeback route because it puts them right in the sight lines of the guy throwing the ball. But in this case, the defender saw it and were able to knock it away.
Manning. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Manning going to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Dan Williams in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Latavius Murray, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well. He's brought down that time by a couple of Raiders.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
Second down following the run. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. Manning now to throw. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. 4 catches in Week 14 for OBJ, but he always has an explosive catch, it seems like, a 61-yard touchdown.
And what else could have been? Remember earlier in the game, open deep, Eli Manning has it out there, and he doesn't haul it in. But when the game's on the line and you need him, boy, he can hurt another team, can he? Downfield catching the football, and now, as a punt returner, he's dangerous every time he's back there.
Toss play to Jennings. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2. But they face a second and long to start things out. Manning to throw on second down. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Perry Riley. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
We ready? Red 18.
They go with Murray again. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Olivier Vernon brings him down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On third down, here's Washington. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
We ready? Red 18. Red 18. Hey, we go rally.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. He finds Roberts, complete. And the ball is knocked out. And he will at least be able to fall on it himself. But it was 4th down, and the possession changes. And defensively, maybe an opportunity miss there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. Big sigh of relief, huh?
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. second down. Here's Carr. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Amari Cooper. Raiders add 6 to their lead.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And here the hookup good to Victor Cruz. 22 yards on the pickup there. And that leads to a New York first down. They come up in an offset eye. This is Jennings. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford. But first, this timeout. On second down, here's Manning. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. A screen here to Vereen. And he'll get it down here to the 43. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. And Manning keeps it himself. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. And they're going to speed things up here.
And this is a spot where you have your offense stay out there to get those few inches. It's too long for a field goal. It's not worth punting. So this is the right decision as far as I'm concerned, and they wind up picking up the first down. And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity map to go out the window. They've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Rolling to his right. He finds Beckham complete. And all the way in. Touchdown. New York. Odell Beckham, 42 yards. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And now Oakland ready to take the field.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Murray the lone setback. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Here's Wolford over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. So they still get the completion even though the blitz was on. But the blitz got there. Does that stay in the mind of the quarterback the next couple plays?
That's what you're hoping for. That's what you're planning for. It's a little risk reward, right? You're leaving your guys on an island back there in man coverage. But you take the chance that you get to the quarterback, and so he gets completion here. Congratulations. Keep coming at him, and hopefully it pays off by the end of the game that you're starting to get to him while still able to cover on the back end.
It's a gain of 14 there, and that'll be good for an Oakland first down.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a two tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the two tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see two tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think and run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. And now out come the Giants. They'll begin the drive with Rashad Jennings. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Snap comes at 1. Manning finding time. And the Raiders have got him. Mario Edwards in there to get him for a loss of 5. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground. We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Carry on the return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
Now Carr with a give to Murray. And he stopped immediately there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses. And now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Time running out here on the play clock. Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Crabtree, the intended receiver, and that'll make it third down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down. Throwing his Carr on third down. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on fourth. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. And Carr's going to keep it himself. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
I like the reasoning. It's too far for a field goal, and it's too short to really get a big field position edge on a punt. Let's go for it. And sure enough, it's the ground game that's able to convert for them on 4th down.
Murray, the lone setback. Now this time, Carl throw. Connects it to Roberts, right side. A gain of 6 there on first. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
All right, here we go. Wide and yay. Wide and yay.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Crabtree with it over the middle. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Give them 11 on the gain there, and it'll give the Raiders a first down. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone.
All right, here we go. Red 8.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. This will be caught just inside the 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And this should be the... Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. And this seemingly endless drive continues. On second down, here's Carr. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Carr now on third and goal. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
New York set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Manning now on first down, backing up. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. Back to the air on second down. It's Manning. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by David Amerson. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
Now Carr throwing on second down. Brought in by Walford, right side. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Completed pass on second down. Now it's third down as the defense looks for the stop. Now a play fake. Carr under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Here's Marquette King now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And a good start there on first down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
And his throw is incomplete. Manning to throw on 3rd and 1. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here's Jennings. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. And now they're in the hurry-up. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Now Manning. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Ten yards still left on 2nd down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Manning will try again on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all.
And that's caught inside the 30. 30 yards on the pickup there. And it's good for a New York first down. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Manning looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And this is going to be incomplete.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They're going to run. It's Jennings. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They had to go.